Welcome to the Saloon of San Angelo. Big blind is $16. Small blind is $8.
Fold. I fold. Fold. I fold.
I fold. I fold. I fold.
I raise.
The gentleman calls.
Fold. I fold. I fold. Raise.
The gentleman calls. Turn.
Player check.
The river.
I raise. I'm doing pretty well.
The madam calls.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. Flop. Fold. Chip. Player checks the river. Raise. The gentleman wins. Player has left the table. The big blind is raised to $20. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
I check. I check.
I raise.
Fold.
The gentleman calls. Turn. The gentleman calls. I check. The gentleman wins $368.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. Flop. Player check. The gentleman calls. I fold. River. Abril. The gentleman calls. I am the winner. The gentleman calls.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. I check. Turn. Player checks. I check. I check. Look out for me, man. The gentleman wins $256.
That's a lot. Fold. Oh, that's a lot to bet.
The gentleman calls.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. The flop. I raise.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. Turn. Check. Fold. The gentleman wins $420. The big blind is raised to $15.
Right.
The lady calls.
I fold. I fold.
The gentleman calls. All in with $175. Turn. I should have won. Man, that's good. This player has left the table.
I fold.
The gentleman calls.
Fold.
Fold. I fold.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
Check.
Fold. Fold. Turn.
Check. I check.
I fold.
I fold.
The river. This player has left the table. Player has joined the table. The gentleman calls.
I fold.
Fold.
I fold.
Check.
Check.
I raise. Fold.
Fold.
I got you. The big blind is raised to $55.
Fold.
Raise. I fold.
I fold.
I raise. Fold. I win. The gentleman calls. Fold.
Oh, wow. I'm shaking.
Fold. Check. The flop.
I raise.
I fold. The gentleman calls. Fold. River.
I check.
The gentleman wins $776. The madam calls. I raise.
I fold.
The flop. That's a lot to bet. Raise.
I fold.
Fold.
Raise.
Fold. All in $876. The miss wins. Player has left the table.
Fold.
I fold. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. Check. That's a lot to bet. Check. The gentleman calls. All in with $271. Split pot. The big blind is raised to $150. The gentleman calls. Fold. Raise. The gentleman calls. Lock.
Check.
All in with $234. The gentleman calls.
Oh, I knew I was good.
Player has left the table. Fold. The miss calls.
I check.
Flop. The gentleman calls. River. All in with $530. The gentleman wins $1,160. A new player has joined the table.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $2,580.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. Flop.
I check. I check.
I check. I fold. I fold. The gentleman calls. This gentleman player has left the table. The big blind is raised to $175.
Fold.
The gentleman calls. Fold. All in with $514. Turn.
I'm the winner.
I fold. The gentleman calls.
I raise.
All in with 240. Flop.
I check. I'll fold.
I fold.
I fold.
All in $1,864. I fold. Fold. Flop. Turn. All in with $1,192. $1,836. The big blind is raised to $290.
I fold.
The madam calls. I fold.
I fold.
I fold. The gentleman wins $3,080.
I raise.
I fold. I fold.
I fold. I check. Fold.
The gentleman wins $1,762.
I
I
fold.
fold. Fold.
I raise.
All in with $615.
I gotcha.
This player is otherwise left the table. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
Oh, that's a fold.
Gotcha. I jam. I raise. I fold. The gentleman calls. Turn.
I check.
All in with $915. I win. The big blind is raised to $400.
I fold.
The flop. Turn. The river. This player is otherwise left the table. The lady calls. The gentleman calls. I fold.
I check.
Flop.
Sorry, I won.
I fold.
Oh, that's a lot to bet.
Turn.
I check. I'm doing pretty well.
The winner takes $3,422. I fold. Player checks the flop.
I check.
Player checks.
Check.
River.
I raise. I win.
The big blind is raised to $600.
Oh, wow. I'm shaking.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The flop.
I check. I fold.
River. The gentleman wins $6,180. This player has left the table. The gentleman calls. The flop. The river.
Tick. I win.
The gentleman wins $3,712. The madam calls. Player checks. Player checks.
Raise. Oh, look out for me.
The flop.
Oh, wow. Fold. I'm shaking.
The gentleman wins $4,781. Raised to. The gentleman wins $5,515. This player has left the table.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $1,200. The gentleman calls.
I check. I check.
River.
These are real skills.
The man calls. The flop. Turn.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $2,100.
Check. I check.
Turn. The gentleman wins $3,836. This player has left the table.